everyone, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you again. A very warm welcome back to What's for Tea, or if you're new, a warm welcome to you also. This is What's for Tea and my name is Cheryl, and this is just the part of the week where I show you what I made for the family meals and what we had. These are just the main meals of the week. You might call it dinner, but we call it tea. So I usually start off on Monday all the way through till today, which is Sunday, and any recipes that I've done during the week will appear here as well, and I will link them underneath just in case you want to watch them. So let's go and see what we had, and as usual I've popped a few of your comments on just after meals of the week, so make sure to hang on for that if it's something you want to see. So on Monday, it's a fairly simple one. We have this most weeks. We just had soup and bagels. So these are toasted bagels, and I've got some ham, some tomato and some cucumber on there as well. I don't like cucumber, so mine didn't have cucumber. Some beetroot crisps and some homemade lentil soup with a wee dash of pepper on top. And to get the ham to fit my bagels, I use a cookie cutter. Shh, don't tell anyone. Moving on to Tuesday, and we had steak and kidney pie. So I had a few new potatoes and butter, a vegetable medley and some steak and kidney and gravy and some puff pastry. Now there are only two of us that had this, and the other two had soup and rolls. So they just wanted rolls with cheese and tomato. So these are just buttered rolls with grated cheddar and sliced tomatoes. And some more of that lovely lentil soup and beetroot crisps from the day before. So I made a big pot of it and just put it into the freezer, and it just gets defrosted. Moving on to Wednesday, and I made macaroni cheese with a lovely oat crunch topping. We just did that simply with some baby plum tomatoes, and this is another favourite in the house, and I'll link these recipes down below just in case you want to give them a go. Moving on to Thursday, and I made cheeseburgers. So these are just some toasted brioche rolls with a wee bit of barbecue sauce in the bottom, some fried onions, and that's a £1/4 beef burger, some grated cheddar, and the top of the bun with some more of that sauce just to save it getting dry. A wee simple side salad at the back with some chips on the side, and this was lovely. I love a burger. That's what I had the next day as well. Friday we were actually out. There were 4 of us and we went to see it at the cinema. So this was my starter. I had potato skins with bacon and cheese and sour cream, and then I had a burger with some fries with CAJUN seasoning and a nice sort of cheese sauce. These were lovely. And I didn't have room for anything else, but everyone else had a dessert. I just didn't have any room. So yeah, we went to see it, and to be honest, it was okay, but I much prefer the original. It was much better in my opinion. It went on far too long. Now moving on to Saturday, you'll probably have seen this already. This was a recipe that I put up yesterday. So we had some mashed potato, some broccoli, and that's the beef stew with a dumpling on top. And again, I'll list the recipe below just in case you missed this one, and this was absolutely delicious. Be having this again for sure. And moving on to Sunday, or today, we just had sausages. So we had a simple jacket potato there, some cauliflower, carrots and peas, a couple of pork sausages with some gravy on the top. Another simple one, guys, but you know what? That was absolutely delicious. Sometimes the simplest things are the best. But I didn't feel like this, and I just had some Cullen Skink. I had some Cullen Skink in the freezer, or as Mr. What's for Tea calls it, Cullen Stink. It's a smoked haddock creamy fish sort of chowder soup stew, but it's beautiful. And I've got a lovely recipe for this, which I'll link below. So these are just a few of your comments from during the week. I just thought I'd pop on at the end. So Deborah has said, newly subscribed, been watching you for about 10 days. I love classic homemade food. You can't beat it. Definitely going to try this, so thank you for sharing. Well, first of all, a very warm welcome to you, Deborah, and thank you very much for commenting and deciding to subscribe. So thank you very much for the support, and you're absolutely more than welcome. And Leah Sheeran has wrote, lovely, definitely comfort food for this cold winter nights. Thank you. Again, Leah, you're more than welcome. I just like to share these sort of family recipes. Definitely a winter warmer, this one. And Leah has actually got a channel herself, which I'm subscribed to. Patrick Duncan has said, looks great as usual. The cookbook looked so good. I've ordered it off Amazon. Oh, that's brilliant. Because I only paid, £4.99 for this. And this is the cookbook that Patrick is talking about. And it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, I was, blown away by the quality for the price. I think there are 60 plus recipes in there, so definitely worth the money and worth getting if you like to cook yourself. So thanks for your comment, Patrick. Kentucky 1950 has wrote, where I'm from, that dumpling is called biscuit. Our dumplings are quite different. I'm making a version of this one day for supper. Well, do you know what? I know someone from the States and they like biscuits and it's sausage gravy or biscuit sausage and gravy, which looks fabulous, yeah, and they actually do look like our version of dumplings. So thanks for your comment. And Gary Boyd has written, my sister told me that onions were the only food that made you cry, so I threw a coconut at her. Go mushrooms. But seriously, Gary, that one made me laugh so much, and I see that you've got a few replies to your comments. Obviously, others have got the same sort of silly sense of humour that we've got, because I really do appreciate these kind of silly jokes. So thank you very much for your comment and your continued support. Gary is, he comments in most of my videos, and he's, such a funny chap. So really do appreciate it, and thank you for lightening the mood in the comments section once again. The next comment is from Suzanne. Love your channel. I'll look forward to seeing Dundee stew. I'm from Dundee and I've no idea what that is, lol. Well, do you know what, Suzanne? I've obviously heard of a beef stew, but I'd never heard of, Dundee stew myself. And as it turns out, the Dundee element is just the marmalade that's added, because obviously you guys are well known for your marmalade. So that's what makes it a Dundee stew, I guess. But other than that, it's just a beef stew. So thank you very much for your comment and lovely to see you. And Angela the Light has written, phew, you fell off my YouTube list somehow, Cheryl. I missed you. Now guys, this is what I'm going to say. Would you quickly have a wee look down, make sure you're subscribed if you've clicked to subscribe, because I've had a few comments from people saying that they've been unsubscribed, and I know this happens all over YouTube because certain channels that I subscribe to, I find myself unsubscribed for some reason. I don't know if it's a YouTube glitch or what's going on, but I know it is happening across quite a lot of channels. So just take a wee second just to make sure you are indeed subscribed. So yeah, so sorry about that. I guess it may just be a YouTube glitch. Next comment is from good old Keith Cooks. Hi Keith, lovely to see you. Keith has actually got a cooking channel on YouTube as well, which I'm subscribed to. Fantastic channel, I love it. Anyway, he's written chicken and mushroom pie, Scottish, Anyway, I'd like to see you make the clouty dumpling. I tried about a year ago. Apparently you can fry a slice of with your breakfast. Now I've never heard of that, Keith. Now obviously in this country we've got something called fruit pudding, which we would fry in a very similar way to a slice of black pudding or a slice of haggis, but I've never heard of doing that with clouty dumpling, but I'll certainly be giving that a go at some point, so make sure to come back and check that out if it's something you want to see. And then Kate Daly, or Dally, has written, I love your hauls. I practice when putting my shopping away, but I'm still not brave enough to film it yet. Now, I actually follow Kate, and Kate follows me over on Instagram. And you know what, Kate? Your stuff looks absolutely beautiful. Your presentation is second to none. And I would say, just go for it. You only live once, and what have you got to lose? I mean, even if you just, film it and keep it for yourself, just watch it and see what you think. And then when you feel as though you're ready, just pop it up. Like I said, you've got nothing to lose. So I say, go for it. And the last comment I've got here is from Hema Alam, or Hema Alam. I think it's Alam. The fisherman's stew, Dundee beef stew and dumplings sounds lovely and inviting, especially since the weather is getting colder. Now, I'm guessing this comment was left prior to the beef stew and dumplings because that's already been done. So hopefully you enjoyed and watched that, Hema. So yeah, I'll certainly be doing the fisherman's stew at some point. So it'd be lovely to see you back for that. Hema is another subscriber who comments in most of my videos. So there are quite a lot of you now that I'm recognising your names time and time again, because you do comment, you know, on more or less all my videos, so it's very much appreciated, guys. So that was just a small selection of your comments from during the week, and I would obviously love to respond, you know, personally to all of your comments. I do try and you know, respond in text to most of you, but as you can imagine, they are coming through fast and furious these days, and I do get a couple of hundred comments a week, so it's just finding the time, you know, to respond to them. But like I said, I would actually love to respond to each and every one of you, and I do as much as I can, time permitting, of course. So thank you again, guys, for popping over and checking out what we had for tea this week, and I'll be sure to catch up with you during the week for another recipe. And I think I'll put up a poll this time, because there are 3 or 4 things I can't decide between. There are a couple of things from the new cookery book and a couple of things which aren't in the cookery book, and maybe a sweet thing as well, just to mix it up a wee bit, because there has been, you know, a couple of savoury things the last couple of videos. So yeah, like I said, guys, thank you very much for checking out what we had for tea this week. Until I see you again, or whenever you decide to join me again, remember to take care of yourselves, and from our house in Scotland to yours, wherever in the world you are, lots of love, and bye for now. Bye now.